Okay. Uh, the last video is going to talk about what to do if or when your DVR or NVR that has been port forwarded can no longer be viewed from the internet from a location that is away from your home router. This issue literally counts for like 40% of all of the tech support phone calls, and it is so easy to fix. So there are three possibilities that would make the DVR or NVR suddenly stop connecting to the outside network, meaning that your external IP address no longer connects to your DVR or NVR when you are not connected to the same Wi-Fi as your DVR or NVR. The most common reason why it stops working is because your IP address, your external IP address, is changed. And this is normal. It's normal for your external IP address to change every 3 to 4 months. The reason for that is that there is a limited number of external IP addresses in the world, and every few months your internet service provider who you buy internet from will refresh IP addresses so that unused IP addresses can be used by some new account. They just don't want unused IP addresses to go to waste, so they shuffle IP addresses periodically. And when they do that, it will make your external IP address stop talking to your DVR. So this is how we fix that. I'm going to do the majority of this video with screen captures because all of these tests will involve displaying my external IP address, and I want to make life hard for hackers who want to hack the office. So I won't show my external IP address. So if your DVR or NVR used to connect remotely from your external IP address, and it no longer connects remotely, the first thing you want to do is go to yougetsignal.com. From this website, click on Port Forwarding Tester. When you click on Port Forwarding Tester, you will see this page. It will display your external IP address here. That's obviously a fake one. So if the external IP address that displays here is different from what it used to be, just use this one to access your DVR or NVR remotely instead of what you had been previously using to access your DVR or NVR remotely. And that right there is the vast majority of why people call us. It's super easy to fix. Second method why it might have stopped working. If you go to yougetsignal.com and your IP address is the same as what it was previously, we can use the same website to check to see if your ports are still open. Another reason why it might suddenly stop connecting online is because if someone reset your router, that's actually more common than you think. People like to reset their router. So we find out the HTTP port, and to do that, we go back to the whatever device we connected online. We go to the network settings page, and here we'll tell you your web port, video port, mobile port. These are the 3 ports that you opened initially so that you can view your DVR or NVR online. So my web port is 80, so I would go to yougetsignal.com and type in 80 and click check. It will load for a minute, and then it will say either open or closed. If your ports that are displayed here are closed and they did not used to be closed, then you will need to do the port forwarding over again. Most likely reason for that is your router got reset somehow. Yeah, so basically we're going to go back to the first video that I'll put in the description, and you're going to have to redo pretty much all the steps in the first video if your ports are recently closed. Third thing we want to do, if the ports are open and if this is the external IP address that you're trying to use to view remotely, if everything is looking good, there's one more thing that we can try, and that is to go to a website called speedtest.com. And I'm actually going to bring this up here. This website does display the external IP address, but it's down here, so I just hit it off screen. So we go to, speedtest.net, not speedtest.com. Go to speedtest.net, and from here, just click Begin Test. What we're wanting to look for is the upload speed. The test itself takes about a minute. It's going to first check your download speed, which is the speed at which internet communicates to your router. When it's done testing download speed, it will test upload speed, which is the speed at which your router communicates to the internet. And the upload speed is what makes a big difference here. Basically, I'm just going to let it do its thing for a while because I don't have anything to talk about while it's doing this. Now it's looking at upload speed. Okay, basically, upload speed, a higher number is what we want. If your upload speed is lower than 1, if your upload speed says like 0 dot something, then that's very slow. That is very slow internet, and that is very likely the reason why you cannot connect remotely. And yeah, to fix that, you can call your internet service provider. I wouldn't recommend clicking on any of the ads on this page because they're ads and they're probably junk. So if your upload speed is very slow, then yeah, that's my recommendation is call your internet service provider, find out if it's normal, if you're paying for a slower plan. If you're paying for a faster plan and something is bogging you down, they will be able to probably tell you why the speed is relatively slow or slower than it should be. I know at the beginning of the video I said that there were 3 major reasons why a DVR or NVR that has been port forwarded through the router might stop connecting remotely. I thought of 2 other honorable mentions as to why it might stop connecting remotely. The first of which is check to see on the menu on your DVR or NVR whether DHCP is enabled. If DHCP is enabled, it's possible that the IP address of your DVR has changed. If the IP address of your DVR has changed, that means that this number no longer matches the number that you typed into your router when you opened ports, and you will want to, if that's the case, set it to static, turn off DHCP. Go into your router, like we talk about in step 1, and make sure the IP address of your DVR still matches the IP address of the DVR that you have entered into your router. And the last honorable mention that I can think about that would cause the DVR or NVR to stop connecting remotely is if you relocate the DVR or you change your router or you change your internet service provider. And that's actually a relatively large reason why people call. They stop buying internet from Comcast and they start buying internet from Mediacom, and their DVR stops connecting to the internet, and it's because they changed service providers. So if you change service providers or you change routers or you move the DVR or NVR to a different router at a different location, you will need to redo everything. Okay, those are my honorable mentions.